Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostip and this is going to be part 56 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as the Julii. And down here in Spain, this is my faction. This is not my faction leader. This is my faction leader. Here he is, the killer. He is down here, 66 years old. Man, oh man, he is getting up there in age. He is a very good general, but I don't know if he's going to be around by the time we do get around to attacking Tingi. I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to attack this settlement. I just do not see the Scipii taking it back from the gladiator uprising. This force is quite capable, I would say, of defending that settlement, and the Scipii force, if we look here, there's a lot of mercenaries here, including the Libyan mercenaries, which is probably like the worst mercenary unit in the game. It might be one of them. It might be one of the weakest mercenary units in the game. And yeah, there's like four of them here in this army. And not that that's the only issue. They do have Principes, Hastati, you know, they do have some heavy infantry, mercenary hoplites. They do have legionary cavalry as well. But still, this gladiator uprising, I mean, there's British heavy chariots here. Judean zealots is a good heavy infantry unit, surprisingly. Romillo gladiators, I mean, I just don't see it happening. The chariots alone, I think, would carry this battle in the favor of the gladiators. So I'm still going to prepare to try to swing down and take that off of the gladiators if the Scipii do fail. And I do plan on sending these armies down. Now, if my faction leader is not still alive by then, I do have a couple replacement generals kind of floating about. How are they? Marcus the Cold-Hearted, so not much of a general, to say the least, and he's just kind of been placing watchtowers in Iberia, and then you as well. Now, he actually did take part in helping conquer Numantia and Asturca, I believe, but also, yeah, not a good general. -6 from his hit points, -1 command when attacking. I mean, he's, yeah. Currently, he's also helping to place watchtowers, and he's going to be riding out to destroy these two brigands as well. And he does have some mercs that he initially, I think they were under his command at one point, so they're going to be rejoining their general and fighting these brigands, and then they're going to place some more watchtowers in this area as well. Yeah, it's interesting how like the watchtowers, they really do seem to get blocked by, I mean, in this case, this watchtowers is getting blocked by the trees, I imagine. I placed it there, and then it doesn't see anything, and it's like, damn, all right. It's interesting because up here, like this one's not being blocked by those trees. So, like, what really is the difference here? Yeah, it's hard to say, but I'll experiment with that and try to get some more vision down there. Now, I do have an army in Palma, and it's going to be attacking, I suppose, in the next turn, unless the Carthaginians do attack me. I wanted to get this Scorpion in the army before I attacked the army outside of the settlement, just to kind of use it. It's been a while. I haven't used a Scorpion since I was attacked. I had a little fort up here that had a Scorpion in it a long time ago. Man, it seems like ages ago. And I would like to just play with it again and see how it works. So I didn't really plan this well, I guess. I could have planned this better because there's a good chance that the Carthaginians do attack me during this end turn. So that, you know, that would suck, but whatever. If that's the case, it's fine. I can fight them outside of the settlement and maybe, you know, destroy a lot of the garrison. There's only 3 units inside of the garrison, so yeah, it wouldn't take much to take the settlement without having to attack the settlement. That would be pretty cool. And then up here, we're fighting more brigands. Can I actually go here? Okay. So what do you have? Warband, peasants, and then in my army, 2 barbarian mercenaries, then Cav, Arcani, and then Marcus Aemilius himself, 2-star general. Rather lazy, I don't know about that, alright. But definitely enough to defeat these guys. So let's get them out of the way for now. We have now closed the distance, so at this point I'm going to start my war cry on these guys and give them about 4 seconds to charge up, and then let's go forward. Here. Let's go out with my general. Here. And you go here, and then you go here. Let's move up. so they can charge in. And what do we have? We have Warband doesn't need to be attacking. Let's get the Arcani into the flanks there. And you guys go up. You guys go up. Their peasants are already routing, so get a charge in here and get a charge in here. Actually, let's try to get a charge into that unit. Yeah, break them. There we go. Perfect. And just charge right on in. Get you out of guard mode. And that's going to be the end of the battle. Perfect. Only lost 31 men.
We'll be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours.
Indeed, the day is ours. Now, I'm trying to remember what I had in mind for Marcus Aemilius. I thought that I was going to bring him up to Britain. Is that what I was going to do? Social drinker. He doesn't have any management, so he's not going to help out with that. It's going to be +2 to law. Okay, that's what it is. Yep. The law can help because I'm facing some pretty hefty corruption fines up there. So, yeah, that's fine. He can continue to make his way up there.
Out of move, sir.
And then this army is working its way up to fight these brigands. That is fine. And I think that we are mostly at the end of this turn. Although I do have some money to spend, so I wonder... Yeah, you've already been moved. I can attack Dam, that's great. I do have a spy in Dam, so I can do that. And can I kill this German spy? What are my chances? 47. That's right, okay, yeah, I don't want to... Maybe the key is like 50% and higher is what you do. I don't know. You tell me. What does the chances have to be for you to risk your assassin on a kill? Because my assassin's pretty good, and I don't want to risk this. You know, and he's only 46 as well, so like he has some time left. You know, it's not time for him to go out in a blaze of glory trying to kill a spy. You know, so you know, yeah, I'm just gonna let it go.
General.
Leave him be for now. And yeah, I have some money to spend. I think, what was it, Massilia? No, Narbo Martius can build the Imperial Palace. That's going to be most of my money. Yeah, 6,400. That is very expensive. And that doesn't leave me with much. And can I get highways here in Asturica? I can still get highways. Perfect. And that would get me an extra almost 200 per turn. Yep, worth it. That still leaves me with some money, surprisingly. So, I think, let's see, probably, I'm already training soldiers up here, which feels good. These two armies are full strength, I believe. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Just as I was about to end this turn, I had almost forgotten. Right, yes, don't forget to attack Dam. It's wide on open. I can't attack it. The gates are open. The spy has done his work. And they don't have much, but they do, you know, what they do have can be kind of potent. They're barbarian noble cav, yep, scary unit. And the army that I have that's actually sieging Dam, the army that I can attack with, is going to be the army that's not the strongest. Now I should be reinforced by this army that's right next to me. This isn't the army that I would like to be attacking with. You know what? Let me try. Can I attack with this army? This is the army that's actually good. As archers and all that fun stuff. Can I attack? I can. I can't just go in with this army. Because the gates are open. Perfect. Let's do that then. And sure, I will let the AI control that other army. I'm fine with that. There are... How many phalanxes? There is a 54-man phalanx. So that is worrisome. I imagine the AI is just going to be piling on in through one doorway, and then if that doorway does happen to be blocked by that one phalanx, that one spear warband, I imagine that entire AI army is going to be wiped, but I still have my army, so I should be able to get the job done. I am going to be splitting my forces up for this one. My main force is going to be attacking from this direction, and then my diversionary force is going to be attacking from the left, and that is going to be my reinforcements right there. God help them. So we will see what they get into. Hopefully I have the phalanx on my side. What are they? Is it a spear warband? Fucking A. Oh, okay, yeah. And they have like no range tools either, so yeah, they're I wonder Barbarian. It's just... Can I just charge it? Can I save my guys? Like, if I just charge in with my cav and... You know, I just have to get, you know, they're already in combat too. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be getting there in time. Why? I swear I told you guys to run. I swear. Okay, alright, there you go. Alright, let's get over here. And let's go here and here. There's nothing, so there's nothing guarding
Our soldiers
this
have captured the walls. Now
section. That's interesting.
Capture this place.
I kind of thought that when all of the gates were open, I thought that they were all like guarded. I wonder, can I get there in time? I'll try. I'll see if I can get there in time to save my allies' army from all... holy shit, they broke... Wow. They broke the spear warband. Well, look at that. Fancy. Now, they're just going to be pouring on in here, so... Luckily, they have a lot of mercenaries in their army, so... I'm not the most worried, you know, if they all... those are my guys. Get back here. Let the reinforcements fight.
Gods have filled the heart of the enemy general with
Yeah,
fear.
I mean, okay,
Now he
well, let's try
flees
to
the field
contribute,
like a
guys.
coward.
Hey, Barbarian Double Cav.
Great gods be praised.
Okay, perfect.
The enemy
So,
general is killed.
so they're right
Fear
here.
makes a home in our enemy's hearts.
Let's get my Auxilia into this front door. Actually, because that's the most dangerous unit, and if I can get them fighting my spears, hey, that's good. That's gonna be the best fight, you know, we can have. And so let's try to get in here and get in here. And yeah, I guess just send the cohorts in as well. And it looks like my archers can't quite shoot them from here. I'll see if I can get my javies around. They're being very... Yeah, they want to... There we go. All right, let's just get in there. Just fight with my guys. Get with my cohorts. And can we get jab tosses in? No, they just don't have the right angle, I suppose. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. 23 men. It looks like they are losing guys to my Auxilia. So we'll see. I might take... Hey, okay, yeah, we did well. We did well, guys. Well, in that case, then... Let's see, where is the unit? Here they are. Alright, yeah, we're getting some shots in to their backs with my archers. Perfect. Love to see it. Down to 16 guys. So let's just advance up with my spears, and my legionaries can be right behind. And what group are you? You are group 7, so yeah, you can come up right behind as well. And then you guys can come here. So that way, even if my reinforcements just kind of charge that hill and just get right up in there, that noble cav is going to be very, very depleted. Speaking of which, they're going for it. They are, but I'm actually kind of surprised they're not like in it yet. And that's a good thing. It almost kind of feels like they're letting their armies consolidate a little bit, which would be nice. And yeah, the guys that are defending that, gosh, it's so weak. The Germans are so weak. The reinforcements might actually be okay. Yeah, I don't feel too much in a hurry right now. I can probably get up there faster. Yep, I can support faster with these guys. And yeah, you can run. Why not? Like I keep saying, the enemy units just they seem weak enough so that I don't have to worry too much about the stamina of my men. Famous last words, I know. At this point, we are looking pretty good. I mean, what do they have up here? Axemen? And is that it? Really? Just Axemen? Is that it? Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're looking pretty cozy here. So once we get my legionaries on that city center and hack down those axemen, we are going to be looking pretty good here. Immediately we start hacking down these axemen, and what, they have 11 men. There's one dog nipping in here, and the reinforcements are coming in from behind as well, thinking, nope, they want the glory as well, or they want to share in the glory at least. Yeah, we raced to the top, we won, and the reinforcements came in right behind. And yeah, 4 left, 3. And they're actually gaining experience because they're actually apparently doing well against us. But nope, that's wait, two left. No shit. All right, can we find him? There's down. There he goes. And the last German here in Dam, defending his rock, and he's surrounded by legionaries and auxiliaries, and he's hacking down some guys. There he goes. I think he was poked down by one of my reinforcements, auxilia units, I think. And that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's nice. So we lost 170 men, but we took Dam. Wonderful.
Victory!
As per usual at this stage of the campaign, I suppose I'm just gonna be exterminating 12,000 people and then taking the 11,000 denarii. And they're still unhappy after all that killing. They still don't like us. So Senate missions. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. I forgot about that. And they gave me a Quinquereme. So, you know, not the most useful thing at this point of the campaign, but I am glad to have it for when the Civil War eventually does happen. And it's been so long since I've built one. Quinqueremes do take 2 turns to build, right? They do, and they cost 1,150 denarii. So you know what? Yep, I'll take that. And oh yeah, this is my capital now, isn't it? Right.
Ready to sail.
Oh dear. All right. Yep, Quinquereme is in Massilia. Perfect. Well, gosh, I have a lot more money to spend now. I was kind of thinking that this is the end of the turn, but I got stuff to do. So let's go ahead and retrain these soldiers. And let's recruit some peasants. And, oh yeah, taxes as well. Let's lower that so that the people can be happy. And I suppose, let's see, is Dam going to be on my new frontier? I don't think it is, because Dam is, this province here of Regnum Marcomanni is going to be shielding the province of Tribus Cheti from directly bordering the Brutii. So I don't think that this is a province that I need to build the stone walls in. I can focus on the fun stuff like paved roads, for instance. What are we looking at? 100 denarii increase? Yeah, sure. I'll take it. Just as I suspected, the Carthaginians did decide to attack me here in Palma. And yeah, they have a decent-sized force. 4-star general, sure, but I'm just not too concerned about any of the units that they have available to them. And if I can kill this force here, can I not view this force? I guess not, but I was looking at them before, and it was a pretty paltry force. So if I can destroy them, I imagine that means I can take the settlement just by fighting this battle. And I'm not going to be having my scorpions. No, they're still on the boats, so that is a shame, but still, this army is very capable of defeating the Carthaginians.
Those overly proud men over there are the Carthaginians. They think they are our equals, our enemies. I think they are waiting to die. We stand on the defensive today. Let them wear themselves out against our battle line. We are even matched in numbers, man for man, but that does not tell the whole story. Yet, for all that, we are the stronger within ourselves. We are the greater warriors. The woods nearby may give us the chance to spring a surprise or two upon our enemies. We are lacking in spearmen today, and the many enemy horsemen may make life a little hectic if we are not careful. So, let your battle cry be victory! Victory and glory to Rome!
The mention of me lacking spearmen seemed quite odd, considering that I have 5 units of spearmen. What did you mean by that, sir? I feel like I'm pretty well suited for this fight. I mean, I know they have a lot of cav, but still. I would imagine that I'm just going to be camping up here on the high ground. He mentioned maybe hiding... Whoa, wait. Oh, cool, there's boats. Oh, there's boats. That's my navy. And why? I don't recall seeing a Carthaginian navy off the coast of Palma. Huh, I wonder, what does that represent? Those look like my boats. They look... Yeah, okay, yeah, there's the one that's like docked. And then there's 3 more in the water. Huh. Are they different? It's hard to tell. Like, I know that I've, you know, one navy docked and then one not quite docked. But I don't recall seeing... a Carthaginian navy. I would have sunk it. So that must be the one that's like, that must be my navy as well, just being represented kind of differently. I don't think they have the boat numbers aren't accurate. I don't think, right? They're different boat numbers, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. That's cool. I have been experimenting with different army layouts and different army tactics lately in my free time, and although this army composition is the same army composition that I have been using, just because I didn't have time to change it, of course, I was already attacking Palma, but I'm trying something a little bit different here. I'm trying to go a little bit wider with my front, not being so narrow. Obviously, I still want to have reserves and all that. And what I'm doing essentially is keeping my light auxilia in line with my auxilia. Now, of course, they can still be targeted by the enemy, but the enemy still has to like kind of navigate in between the spears to charge the light auxilia. And the light auxilia, if they can get back, they can be protected by the early legionary cohorts. So that's kind of the idea there. The back ranks are going to still be the same, archers with protected by more auxilia in this army, but when in my other armies where I have the gladiator availability and the arcani availability, I do like to use those units for a bit of flavor as well. But yep, just something I'm kind of trying out. I did like the way that it performed in my custom battles, and yeah, we'll keep trying it out. So interesting. So they're not going to be on the same... Oh, yes, right behind me. Yes, I like that. I like that. I might just be able to use cav against him. That might be what I am able to do. Let's get my general's unit. Let's just degroup them from the main army. And let's see, what are we dealing with? Libyan spears, Iberian infantry, and Poeni infantry. So 2 spear units and then a sword unit. So not the most ideal target for cavalry. Let's try to continue to square up. I do have to be aware of what's going on here, because I have taken the long shield cavalry and the round shield cavalry of the Spanish armies for granted multiple times, and they beat me a couple of times, with those units, so I do have to be aware. Alright, so I got my Jav Cav, so they can definitely be useful here. So yeah, they want to try to mess me up. Let's just send some legionaries, I guess. Let's send them back here. And are my guys shooting backwards? Oh shit, I didn't know. Huh. I guess I didn't know that they would do that. I thought they had to be faced in the right direction to shoot. I didn't know that. I'm pretty sure that it has to be that way in Medieval 1 and Shogun 1. I think. I didn't know. I didn't know units just kind of like... You're not going to face yourself automatically, are you? No, you have to be faced the correct direction, I think. But the archers will just kind of like fire behind. Alright, so I have to kind of keep an eye on what's happening on all directions here. And yeah, you guys come in a little bit more. In general, come back. So yeah, we're getting them, but like they're probably going to get off the field. Can I get around here and maybe kind of come around to try to trap them up a little bit? Okay, so that's a phalanx unit, and you just chill. And okay, the charges up front is happening, and let's just kind of hope. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, wedge formation, eh? That's fancy. That's fancy. Let's try to get in there and try to get in there and shoot. Well, Iberian infantry is one thing, and can we get in there with my Cav Auxilia? All right, one shield cavalry. Let's get early legionaries up there, and yeah, let's try to kill them here. And how we do it? Early legionaries go here and go there, and then Auxilia come here.
Press forward.
Yep,
so
you can run, please.
Army is broken too.
All right, so we got the enemy general. Come on, get him. Don't let those guys go. All right, there we go, and there we go. And let's get back here with my Cav Auxilia. All right, we're chopping through here, here, and here. Let's get my. All right, so we got some phalanx dudes right here. So let's run those phalanxes. That's also the garrison unit. So let's go here and run them down. Perfect. So I don't know if I got the entire garrison, which would be a shame, but. All right, let's get back. Let's get back here. And yeah, you screen out that Cav unit for sure. Yeah, run up, and then you. I don't know. Do whatever you want. How are we doing on this side? Did they break us? What's happening? Tell me. All right, let's get up here. Libyan spears and Auxilia. Let's get up here and let's reinforce that. Let's get my Cav on the sides and we can start attacking the skirmishers. And Cav on this side. Let's punch through. Let's punch through once and for all. Can I target, guys? Can I? There we go. And yeah, it's time to clean up. Let's get in here and start attacking the skirmishers. And General can get in here and start attacking skirmishers on this side. And yep, let's get in here, take you off guard mode, and we can break them. Okay, so all in all, pretty good. But if any of those garrison guys got away, then that means that these guys are going to get away. I don't know if we're going to catch those long shields. Yeah, I'm assuming that we're going to have to fight again. Oh, you want to come back and you want to do a little round 2 here? Okay, yeah, let's fight you then.
The enemy king is fleeing.
Okay, all right. So he's the king's dead. But again, yeah, he's probably going to get away, and they're probably going to have a settlement to flee to. Let's continue the battle, though. Let's just try to get as many of these guys as we can.
Hearts are full of fear and victory.
Not the cleanest fight in the world, but it was okay. It was okay. Yeah, I lost a little over 400 men, but I killed 1,280. And how did we do? Yeah, General got 67 kills. Early Legionaries, 157. Man, those guys really bossed it out. 55, 19, 45. And then Auxilia, 21, 39, 56, and 16. Cav Auxilia, yeah, love those units. Love Jav Cav units, 88 and 115. Roman Cav, 58, 134. War Dogs, 64. Light Auxilia, 27, 23. And Archers, 59, 108, and 124. And then that Spear unit got 5 kills. Yeah, all in all, it was all right. I don't know. Yeah, they got away. Yeah, they got away. All right. Suitable husband, 16. I like that. Love that look. Servius Ophelia. I love that name too. And good defender, +2 command when defending. Yeah, sure. Why? You know what? Sure. You're 16. And blockade port. Well, okay. Well, no. Okay. So I can do this before I take Palma because I have a boat literally right there, and the Senate will be throwing games in my honor at their expense. So sure, whatever. You want it blockaded? There you go. There you go, Senate. Don't say I never did anything for you. And 2. Oh, so they are. Oh, so that was it. The Carthaginians have been destroyed. Yeah. Okay. Huh. I kind of thought that they would always be given an extra general if they like as long as they had a settlement left. But no, that's not how that works.
Imperator.
Well, it's too bad. I don't have any artillery for like breaking into stone walls. I thought that I don't know what happened. I don't know if I'm getting my campaigns mixed up, but I thought that I had trained onagers in Massilia or Nobile Martius or something, and then put them on a boat and then sent them down along with my general. But I must just be straight up tripping because there are no onagers anywhere, so I don't know. I don't know. I have ballistas. No onagers, so I'm just straight up tripping here. I don't, you know. I guess I thought that I'd planned that out, but I didn't. I brought a scorpion, the thing that can't attack stone walls. So good for me. Good for me. And what do we have? Rebel general, peasants. I wonder what else they have. Can I this still counts if I put them under siege, correct? I think it does. So let's start building some towers. Can I get a ladder or two? Just one ladder, that's fine. Maintain the siege. Can I have more information? No, no more information for me. That's too bad.
Aye, Captain.
Popularity has been gained with the masses. Interesting. Yes, they are starting to speak my name. Know my name. Speak of my triumphs with approval. This is more than a hopeful sign and a good basis for consolidating your popularity. Interesting. Senate offices assigned as well. Harrius the Killer is now Pontifex Maximus. I kind of thought that he was that at one point. And is that going to show up or no? I feel like sometimes you just kind of have too many traits. So yeah, what I don't know is, so like it's not going to show up because he has too many traits, but he still has it, right? Like he's still getting the bonuses from it. I would imagine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. And then Quaestor for Lucius Nasica. That is going to be you. Perfect. Hey, man, you know what? Good job. Good. Yeah, you did well in taking Dam and +1 management. Sure. Sure. Faction announcements. Let's see. Numerius Agulius, new family member, and yep, marriage celebrations for Quintus Tuditanus. Wonderful. And for Secundus Bolanus as well. Everyone's getting married. Love to see it. Decorated hero for Secundus Bolanus. That's going to be the guy that just took, yep, that was you. And yeah, that's a good one. 20% discount on unit training costs. Is that also for retraining costs? I don't, yeah, I don't know. And Quintus Tuditanus is that, and that's treasurer +2 management. Yeah, but you still have 0. Okay. So you're bad at management, that is. I have these two armies that are moving east, preparing to take on Vicus Marcomanni. There is a pretty decent sized stack inside, so I want to make sure that these two armies do stay together. Actually, let me look at this again. What are we looking at here precisely? So Sarmatian mercenaries, 2 chosen archers, 4-5 spear warband. Their infantry isn't that dangerous. These axes are beat up. Screeching women, sure. Bastardate mercenaries, it is a little bite to them, sure. Factionaire, 33-man unit of heavy cav. Yeah, that's decent. So yeah, it's looking okay, but I don't want this army or these armies to get caught out. So how far can you go here? Fine then. So you just stay right in front of them. Keep them together. And then perhaps next turn, it looks like they can put that settlement under siege. Now, Vicus Gothi, how far away are we from advancing on that? I would like to continue to march out with 2 armies at a time. However, I don't. This army already is kind of crap. You know, I did just fill it in with mercenaries, and I suppose I can continue to do that just to keep the momentum going. I do have an army up here in Bordesholm that is in the process of being trained up, so that if it's not going to be sailing on Vicus Gothi, then perhaps what it can do is eventually sail on Dulcis Domus. I got it. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to say that one a bit faster. That's kind of Dulcis Domus. Man, that's a fun name to say. I like that name. So that's going to be the goal with this army, I guess, is to do that. And how far away are we? Well, a little. I mean, we need some more early legionaries, do we not? Yeah, looks like that's going to be the play. So we can get him coming up. Yeah, some more early legionaries from here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Let's just train up one more. And are we going to be okay here? Yeah, low taxes. We'll be fine. But it's going to be a little bit dicey when we leave. What's it? Yeah, why? What's the deal? Unrest 50%? So, yeah, that's still a problem, isn't it? We have had some brigands just pop up just north of Trier, and I actually happen to have enough units nearby, I think, to deal with this. By itself, it's not... I see 2 warbands, peasants, and I don't know the mystery unit, but I do have 2 Arcani and some Cav Auxilia. They can be put right there. And then 2 generals, including the one that just was adopted or just married into the family, Wild-Eyed Servius Ophelia. You can be assisting Decimus Minucius. Man, 6 stars. You're very good. Except for, do you have? Yeah, that's right. The drill master. That's the one. That's the -2 morale is pretty rough, but 6 stars. That's pretty good. Yeah, that probably makes up for the drill master debuff, and you do happen to have a unit of Roman Cav as well. So let's go out here. And I suppose they're going to run away. They are, but looks like we can go here and do that. Yes, we can. So yeah, there is going to be a unit of barbarian cavalry, but I imagine that we are going to be sufficiently capable of dealing with them. This is a pretty weird army that I have here. In fact, you know, I wonder... I kind of liked in that previous battle where I was using Cav to bait spear units into attacking them, and then just butchering them with my Arcani. That was fun. So let's actually attempt to do something similar again here. Well, they're not going for the bait, so let's see if I can tempt them into attacking my generals just by hitting their peasants on this side. And they, yep, we're just going to get away. A little hit and run action is fine by me. And if they want to follow it up, let's see if I can bring them maybe more towards my Arcani here. Now I am going to be trying to get around this Cav unit. Yeah, they want to screen out with their warbands. Let's see if I can affix them with my Arcani here. And if they want to team up on my Arcani with their... Ooh, now they're going in with their general. Okay, I wasn't really anticipating that. Let's go here. Let's get a flanking charge here. And they're breaking... Yeah, they're breaking my Arcani. They're not meant for that kind of fight. So let's get in a little war cry there. And now that those peasants are cleaned up, let's get in here. And it looks like they are now fleeing.
So the spirit of his army is broken too.
Yeah, one of those Arcani did hold, which is pretty crazy. And now we just have to... Why are they still fighting? Who's still left? You, I guess? There we go. Let's end the battle. We did lose 29 guys. But Arcani, let's see, 10 kills and 87 kills on that one unit. Damn. All right. That's pretty boss mode. Wow, I can't believe it. The Scipii took back Tingi. No way. Wow, I am very, very shocked. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm going to try something. I wonder... Actually, I just realized, is there an issue with me trying to spy on my allies' settlements? Is that going to cause a problem? Because I would like to, and this is something that I haven't done yet, but it's something that I've read that does apply, which is that spies do cause like a unrest in the settlement. So I can potentially, you know, re-cause that rebellion so that they could potentially push the Scipii back out of that settlement, leaving it potentially for me to take again. So But is that okay for allies? It says I have a 93% chance of getting inside, but what if he gets caught? Is there going to be an issue? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not aware of how this works. I wonder, let me take a peek at what's happening here. So Senate floor. So I have 7 thingies of people support, and I have 6 thingies of Senate support. So that seems to be falling as this seems to be rising. And it is, just to bring it up again, it is in Melkor's video where he says that the Julii should be able to start the civil war at 28 settlements, and that is where I'm at right now. I have 28 settlements, and I haven't got that message yet. So I still haven't, if you watched my video about the civil war and how that's caused, there is a little bit back and forth here. And one of the things that I would guess, just based on what I've found, is that it's about having more than 30% of the total Roman forces. And I don't know if I have that. I don't know if I'm really outpacing the other Roman families when it comes to military might. I mean, there's a lot of Bruttii armies here, and there's a lot of Scipii armies down here in this area. So I don't know if I'm at that above 30%. You know, I might have 30%, but I don't know if I'm really, you know, have much more. And it's not necessarily about like just breaking it, you know, just having just above 33% of the total Roman forces. It's about, you know, it really does scale up when it comes to the chances of causing that Senate dislike. You know, it's not just about taking the settlements. It is really about, like, if I have 40% of the total Roman forces or 50% of the total Roman forces, that's really going to be causing the Senate to get upset with me. But of course, that's just one way of having the civil war caused. The primary way is people support, and that would happen probably when I get to 7 or 8. But again, it's like kind of in between. I think that you can get it with 7 people support, but that's just going to come with honestly, like this, and this is where it gets interesting, where if I just set my taxes to low in all settlements, just to have my people, like, happiness rise up, I would imagine that I would be given permission to start the civil war right now. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to experiment with. But then that also would cause, that in itself would cause Senate approval to drop, which would also force the issue. So like if I'm not ready to go right away, which I don't think I am, I kind of would like to, well, for instance, finish some unfinished business, right? I still want to take Palma, and I still want to take these 3 German settlements before I start the civil war. And I still want to build up a few more armies in Italy before I start that civil war. If not, you know, out here as well. So yeah, it would be a fun experiment to lower the taxes just to kind of see if that's how that works. But I'm pretty confident it does. That is how it works. I did look in the code. I did, you know, see, I saw things. I've seen things. And just for the sake of this campaign, I'm not, yeah, if it pushes me to the point where I have to fall on my sword because the Senate dislikes me that much, I'm not ready. I don't think I am. I think I need more armies on the field before I'm prepared to take on the full Roman might of the Bruttii, especially the Bruttii. Like, there's just a lot, they have a lot of meat. They have a lot of meat down here. And it would take a lot for me to hold that off, really. You know, if they all like punch in one direction, and if I only have a couple armies to hold them back in a certain sector, right? And as I continue to take provinces, I'm going to continue to expand this border, which can be a good thing. But if I'm not prepared for them to all punch in one direction, that can be a very dicey thing as well. I do just have a couple of units and brigands down here that I can try to clean up as well, as long as they let me catch them. And yeah, naked fanatics and skirmishers. And I have the tools to deal with it, so let's go on in here and clean them up. These skirmishers and naked fanatics think that they want to charge my cav, so let's just get around them here. And now my Balearic slingers can start tossing their pebbles on into these skirmishers. So let's actually... Let's see if we can get a charge in on them. Well, they're not protected by the naked fanatics. Oh no, that's fine. They already got back. So we can just continue to skirmish for now. Naked fanatics want to get a charge on in, so let's just countercharge here, and let's make sure that we're shooting at them. So yeah, all my cav, just charge on in, and we should be breaking these naked fanatics. Yeah, they are now broken, and that's him.
True virtue.
We
They
didn't.
are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Did we just freeze? No.
Victory!
Well, that was strange. I think that was the first time I've ever had a battle drop mid-battle. No, it's been a long time. It's weird. It's for a long time. It does feel like this game had sort of stabilized somehow, and I hadn't had any issues. But then lately, it seems like those issues are cropping back in, which is problematic. You know, it's tough having to deal with that, but you know, it hasn't been so bad. In this case, let's bring you up and drop a watchtower, probably right there, and that probably is going to be good. And let me just double check my taxes, and we can move on to the next turn. We are now being asked to blockade the port of Vigasgothi, and am I not already?
Fleet ready!
I could have swore I was already doing that. That I just immediately was I immediately successful? No, that was for Palma, I believe. So I will get more games thrown in my honor. Yay! I could have swore I was already blockading them. Did they just like unblockade me so that I have a mission? So they have a mission to give me? Is that just what happened? Seems kind of insane. And yeah, so that's Palma. Yeah, that makes sense. 14,000 in the bank, sure. And new family members, Cornelius Minucius and Placidia. And Tertius Emilius has drill masters. That's going to be the 25% to movement point. And the 10% discount on unit training costs. That's going to be you here. Yeah, okay. Well, it's perfect timing. I'm done training everything. Great. Great. Now we should be able to come on in and lay Vicus Marcomanni to siege with... You can reach, and you can reach as well. Cornelius Vitruvius, my faction heir. Damn, he's already 50. Oh, okay. I don't want my faction heir to be 50. What, man, what happened to the time? Jesus. Holy moly. Okay, so I should get another faction heir. Yeah, you're living a long time, aren't you, sir? 67. So, like, he could live a while. That is, my faction heir, but I guess I could look and see if there's better options. Younger options, perhaps? After having a look around, I kind of like the looks of Lucius Nasica. Now I know that, you know, it's not an overwhelming amount of stats per se, but there's nothing bad on him. He's a true Roman, you know? +1 influence, and then that improves the chances of getting elected to senatorial offices. He has been elected the office of quaestor in this episode at the age of 35, which I wonder, is that the youngest people can start getting elected at offices? I feel like there might be some historical precedent to that, but I can't confirm that. But then, yeah, understanding of strategy, +1 command, vanquisher, 5% penalty to popularity of the Senate, but 10% bonus to popularity of the people, and yeah, office of quaestor, priest of Jupiter, that's command, influence, and management, grain merchant, rate of population growth, sure, fine, physician, increases the chances of having children, and increases the chances of casualties recovering from their wounds. Like, there's nothing bad about him. Drill master also, 25% to his movement points, and 10% discount on unit training costs. Like, it's all fine, and well balanced as well. 2, 2, and 2 for his stats, and the age of 35, I kind of like that. I'm kind of liking the looks of this. And he married into the family, so he's not the direct descendant of Decius Julius, who was one of the direct descendants of Lucius Julius, my original faction. No. So, okay. Flavius Julius, he was the original leader of this faction. And then it was Lucius Julius that was his son. Wait, am I getting this mixed up? Yeah, Lucius Julius, and then it was Decius Julius. That was his son, so the great-grandson of the original faction leader, and then he married into the family. Lucius Nasica did marry the daughter of Decius Julius, Papiria. She's actually a year older than him as well. And he already has, or they have a son and a daughter, and his son is 12 years old, so he's pretty close to coming of age as well. I like him. I think I like him. Yeah, Marcus the Cold-Hearted's pretty crap. Don't really. Oh, and he's 71. Jesus, how did that happen? Yeah, there's a lot of good ones that are getting older. The young ones aren't too impressive. You know, rather lazy. Kind of freaks me out. Secundus Belanus is like the only other one that is sort of tempting. Also because he is the son of the current faction heir that somehow became 50. I do like Secundus Belanus. I like that name as well. And Decorated Hero's a good retinue. Spice Merchant's fine as well. I like him. But, you know, it's just command. He doesn't have any of that management or influence. So, I'm not in love with him. Caius Lagunius is okay as well. But I don't like the Drill Master. That -2 morale kind of freaks me out. So let's go back to Lucius Nasica, and yeah, let's make him the faction heir, and that's going to give him influence and personal security. Perfect. Perfect, I'll take it. Now, where were we? Let's go back to placing Vicus Marcomanni under siege.
Engage the enemy! Besieging settlements, sir!
Just build a ton of rams there. Maintain the siege. In fact, oh, damn it, I probably could have... Can I break this siege? I changed my mind. Lift the siege, and... What is it going to take for you to get inside? 93% chance? So he's inside. And 32% chance. So he gained a trait as well. 3 eyeballs. Okay. So let's try this again. He opened the gates. Ooh, we can go right on in. I think that they can even reinforce as well. So let's maintain that, and I think you can reinforce.
Onward.
Even if they can't reinforce, that might be for the better, honestly, because they have a lot of warband inside, and I don't want to tempt myself into allowing the AI to control that army. That would be that's probably the limit. That's probably where I guess go. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Now, I am very tempted to fit the Siege of Palma into this episode. In fact, it was sort of interrupted by that crash to desktop. So I don't know how exactly the time is working out for this episode. But just to play it safe, I don't know. These sieges, they're better when they're not rushed. They really are. And I just got my ass handed to me in my Egyptian campaign, where I was attacking the Parthians, and I got my ass crushed. And I wasn't rushing. I just lost that battle badly. So even though this shouldn't be that difficult of a battle, I don't want to rush it. I don't want to put myself in a position where I, lose and have to send another army. That would suck. So before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Carthaginians playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.